warm welcome to another edition of The Form. I am warming the seat for Pip, who's away at the moment, but don't worry, she'll be back shortly. We have the usual team with us today to bring us, well, hopefully steer us towards a few winners. We've got Bevan down in Wellington, and you can see Aidan and Leith there braving the conditions in Christchurch as we build up to the culmination of New Zealand Cup Week. We'll get to them all shortly, but here is the agenda today. We've got the 1,000 Guineas, of course, the feature on the card on Saturday, the Group 1 for the girls, and then the New Zealand Cup, the 161st running of the New Zealand Cup. We'll try and get you towards some winners with our race trackers. We have the Stewards Stakes, the other feature on the Riccarton card, the Tauranga Stakes, and of course our best bets for the day as well. Well, as I said, it is going to be the final day of the New Zealand Cup Carnival on Saturday. We've had some great racing already from all three codes, but we head down to Riccarton for one last time, and it is for the New Zealand Cup and, of course, the Group 1 Barneswood Farm New Zealand 1,000 Guineas. Aidan, we've had some decent weather so far, but as you can see there at the moment, it doesn't look too great. What is weather and track expected for Saturday?
As cold as it is here, Guy, it's actually warmer than what it was yesterday when it was blowing a gale, and that wind was just relentless just as it came through. One thing we've seen today is that the rain has come probably a little bit earlier than expected. As you can see for Saturday, there is more rain coming, a high of just 13 degrees, so it's going to be a chilly one for Cup Day. But ideally, this track, and just for you can comment as well. Alan Chapman's done a super job so far, but obviously conditions not really playing ball for Saturday.
Yeah, obviously the first 2 days the track's been amazing. They're winning. It's all tempo related. Like we saw the last race yesterday, Lily Sullivan get up on the inside, and look, you'd think by having 20-odd races, you get to the last, they'd be sort of in the middle, but no, the track's played amazing. Alrighty,
well, let's take you to a market for the feature, the Group 1 52nd running at the Barneswood Farm 1,000 Guineas, and you can see there the market is dominated by the two that everyone has been talking about. Alabama Lass, the Ken and Bev Kelso trained runner at $2.45. Ahead of Tiako's Captured by Love at $2.70, Love Poem and Kitty Flash at 11s, everything else above $15. We'll get back down to Christchurch and bring in Leith Innes for a speed map here. How do you think this is going to play out, Leith?
Yeah, obviously Alabama Lass will probably be leading. It's just going to depend on the weather. Look, obviously this is in sort of race 6, so you'd expect by this time of the day they're going to be out to the middle of the track. You know, Alabama Lass, what do? Do they lead? It could be a sort of a soft sort of going by then. So, you know, you got horses. It's a big clump of horses. Captured by Love, Love Poem, Cornello, all in that sort of just in behind the leaders. Kitty Flash, but you know, if the track was going to be good, you'd think she'd get an uncontested lead.
Alrighty, well, let's look at some form videos. Particularly, there's one main race from Ellerslie recently, won by Alabama Lass, but this probably raised more questions than answers, Aidan.
Yeah, it did, and one of those questions was, will Alabama Lass see it a strong 1,600 metres? They did go fairly hard, and Sam Spratt, in the end, while the margin was dwindling, Leith, I think there was a little bit more in the tank, and she's been so good the whole time. She's won 4 of 5. She's strung them together this preparation. She's obviously high class. The question is now 1,600 metres on a rain-affected track.
Yeah, certainly the last 100 metres she ran out quite badly. So, look, if she railed and she didn't hang off the track like she did, she probably wins the race by 3 lengths, and you wouldn't be worried about her getting the mile. But like I said, just with the weather we're getting at the moment, today on a Thursday morning, if it hangs around, that's when the mile's going to really test her out.
Just in behind her, though, Love Poem pretty good. Sexo Mowat okay as well?
Yeah, Love Poem form was really good. She backed it up on the first day when she ran a courageous second. Look, I thought the run out of the race was Kitty Flash. Look, they elected to ride her quiet to get her, see if she can actually relax behind, and I'm warming to her a little bit, especially if the rain does stay around. Ace High, we saw what happened last year, Molly Bloom.
Yeah, I think sometimes we try and get a short price favourite like this beaten in our own minds, and she gave us reasons to do that at the most recent start. I like her going back the other way of going. Thought she was really erratic in the straight, but still got the job done against some really sharp horses. I agree with the track, making the tough 1,600 metres, so I'm warming to a couple of horses maybe outside the favoured 2, just at odds, but She's got a lot of class, and so does Captured by Love, albeit I expected a little bit more from her this day, but Savagely is the one that's really gone on that very, very strong upward plane and clearly went down to Rickett and won with a fair bit of ease. But she just didn't quite pick up as I'd expected. She's another one that goes back the other way of going, where she was sensational after missing away, boys. And look, I think she's the one in my mind you'd go mile perfect, just whether the track conditions are going to suit, lads.
Yeah, certainly. Captured by Love, she's been consistent all season, but she doesn't like a wet track. It's quite clear she's got a beautiful action. If the rain stays away, I can't have her this week, sorry.
One thing about her, though, she's just so consistent, like 9 starts, it has been there, 4 wins, 5 minor placings, so never run a bad race, and a couple of those have been on rain-affected tracks. You look at the run in the Hawke's Bay Guineas, which albeit was on a better track, she was terrific that day, and behind them, she's bringing in the Savagely form, who's won a 2,000 Guineas. It's now... Yeah, the query about the heavy track. She travelled down here beautifully. Hunter Durant got on her this morning and said this first time he's ever sat on her. He says she just feels like an absolute class filly. Another horse we just want to go back and have a look at again is Love Poem, because a horse who did run second here last weekend behind Savagely. She peeled out just coming to the bend, and for a second looked as though she might be a chance. The run was pretty good though.
Yeah, it was. And by all accounts, she's pulled up really well as well. They're putting the side winkers on her this week. She could handle a little bit of cutting the track being by Snitzel as well.
She's not a big filly either, is she?
No, she's not. There's not a lot of her, but she's proved here that she's going to get the mile. There's no problems there.
Yeah, I think if you look at that on balance and you look at Captured by Love against Savagely, you'd say that Captured by Love, if it runs up to its best and we get track conditions that probably suit, then Captured by Love will get closer to winning this particular race. But as I come back to you, Guy, I think if the track is in the right state, I think we're around the top 2, but if we do get that weather coming in and really affecting this track condition, I think there might be a little bit more value down the market.
Yeah, there's a bit to play out over the next couple of days, isn't there? We've heard from the boys and we'll get their selections shortly, but first of all, let's hear from a few of the key players, starting with Hunter Durant from Te Akau, of course, Captured by Love.
Yeah, obviously she's a quality filly. She gallops this morning, Tuesday morning, at Matamata, and flies down tomorrow, Wednesday morning. And yeah, we just need her on a firmer surface. Obviously her run at Te Aroha was super, and it will be great to see her run down here.
Brilliant, so proud of her. Stephen was wrapped with the way she ran. Probably ridden a little bit out of her comfort zone, but had to be handy enough to have a crack at Savagely, and acquitted herself really well. She knew she had a run, but she's bounced through it really well this week, and this morning she was full of herself on the track, so it's a good sign.
Oh, it's always going to be interesting. It's probably a deeper field than the Colts field. There's a number of chances, but she'll run the mile out really strongly. Any rain about won't hurt her.
Really looking forward to 6 NMO, Stephen thinks, on a bigger track, up to the mile. Really looking forward to that. It's going to suit her down to the ground, and if there's a bit of rain about it, certainly won't worry her.
Well, we expect her to go well. She will get the mile, and she probably needs further too, but she's done a ferry once, and you've got to have a throw at the stumps, so we look for a forward showing.
Rightio, selections then, please, gentlemen. We'll start with you lads in Christchurch. Aidan, who have you got?
I'm going to go against Leith. I'm going to actually stick with Captured by Love. I think she is high class. I go back to when she won the Matamata Breeders' Stakes that day. She beat Alabama Lass. Alabama Lass has obviously been able to turn the tables. I'm with the way that Bevan was summing it up. You got to go to the top 2 on top of the ground. But even considering that maybe we do get 10-15 mils and this becomes sort of a soft 7-8. I'm still gonna back her on class, Leith. I know you're against that.
Look, if the track was the first day sort of track, Alabama Lass, Captured by Love, but I'm sort of just turning Reserve, Sexy and a Moet, but I think Kitty Flash, if it gets out to that soft track, I think she's great value at it. They'll sort of 11 to 1.
With you boys, on top is Captured by Love if the track is okay. Alabama Lass if the track gets into a wet state, or just that brilliance we're taking off her. The 2 value runners for me, Canelo, Felicia Ladder on a wet one at around about $16. He's put up a couple of really, really good performances, and I'm with Leith. I think Kitty Flash is hitting this race at the right moment. So they're at double figures, good track, top of the market. Guy, if we get a fair bit of rain, happy to shop Canelo and Kitty Flash at a little bit of odds.
Yeah, I think everyone will be looking to the skies over the next couple of days to see how that all plays out and how it might affect the running of the 1,000 Guineas. Righty, well, continuing with Riccarton, it is, of course, New Zealand Cup Day, the 161st running of the Martin Collins New Zealand Cup, and here is the market for that. Beavertown Boy and Mezzabine are your only two in single figures at the moment. Of course, Mezzabine winning in the weekend. LJ coming out of that same race at $10, Nest Egg as well. There at 11s with Just Charlie. As we bring in the boys, and Aidan, we'll start with you first, and I just touched on that race on Saturday, the Metropolitan Trophy won by Mezzabine.
I thought this was an absolute top-class rider. One of the best rides I think I've seen in a long time from Sam Spratt. She just got it absolutely bang on. Craig Grawls couldn't make the weight. He was sick, but he's been back on Mezzabine this morning. Says that she's going really well. Beavertown Boy, terrific, runs the quickest last, 8.64 and 2. And LJ really good as well, not far off them. I've seen Beavertown Boy this morning. Boy, this horse is moving well. I love what he did in this race, Lee.
Yeah, in the past, the Metropolitan's been the form race, and I can't see anything coming not from this race. Look, LJ was super. Obviously, he's got the 60 kilos. But if that rain sort of sets in, he comes right into this race on Saturday.
Who's the best trial out of this race?
I think, look, I think Beavertown Boy for sure for me. He's got a little bit of soft track form as well. But like, going back to Sam Spratt's ride, it was amazing. Like, Mezzabine's never led in her life. Yeah. And Sam just took the bull by the horns and just rated the horse to perfection.
Well, I think the first three home were all fantastic, so they all come into this race in a pretty good spot. My old mate LJ was hitting the line there, Leith, and I remember a couple of years ago, it was the big result for the team, and albeit with 60, I think he can probably do it again. Just the way Kevin Myers had a day out yesterday with a couple of good horses, and gee, good to see Kapua. He's always been a horse that's promised a lot. Had those bad feet, but he got him home really nice. Now this also adds interest, this race. But Transit is quite an exciting star actually for Johnny Wheeler. The horse is coming off that wet track, went down to Riccarton and put up a really good performance. And Just Charlie, I don't know what you boys think, but if he can get a forward position and just get rolling, he's that type of horse. If you leave him alone, I don't think he's going to stop over 3,200 metres, Leith, and they might just put themselves in a bit of strife if you can find the right place in the run.
Yeah, the best thing about Just Charlie, he gets down to about 53 kilos, and it's surprising. Lily's swapped from LJ to Just Charlie, so you think Just Charlie, the 2 miles, really going to suit him being by Z as well.
I think Tina Komanyagi got the choice, speaking to Tina yesterday, and she said, I want to stick with LJ, you know, she just knows the horse so well. She said, I probably, you know, with the weight drop 6 kilograms, I should have gone to Just Charlie, but
she might have knew it was going to rain as well.
Maybe, and then of course, she's been there for Kevin Myers when she's needed as well. 6 kilogram drops big. Transit was really nice in that run, and she's in behind them. One we might be speaking about later on, Sheaf was pretty good in that race as well. I did see Kenny Rock gallop this morning here on the track, was out on the poly. Chris Wood sent the horse down, has been in the care of Terry Ray in the lead up to this race. And we know this horse, a Martin Cup winner, Leith, and I didn't think too bad a lead up at Te Rapa last time out either.
And he's a proven galloper at 2 miles as well, so look, it's interesting how Sam Spratt's stuck with the ship, and look, he's going good on his races where Chris has obviously targeted this New Zealand Cup as well.
I'm quite keen around Mary Louise. You boys are talking a bit of rain. Well proven. Gets a bit of cut out of the track. Getting double figures. It's very seldom in the last 18, 24 months that Robbie's set one for a race, and it hasn't really worked out, or he's gone extremely close. So I think Mary Louise is offering us a little bit of value. And Kattegat has been a promising star in the Central District for a long period of time. Went up to Ellerslie, was put there, like the manners are still not there, let's be honest about this horse, and that might cost it at the 2 miles, boys, but it will not stop. It stays really strongly back the other way going. It might just put that head down and gallop a little bit truer, but it was there to be shot down a long way from home here at Ellerslie and was really strong through the line. I don't think any rain around will affect Kattegat that much, but they know how to train a star, this young training partnership.
Yeah, certainly Sean Fannon's a great young trainer coming up for the grades, and look, Kattegat's got a nice draw on 4, she'll be on speed. Has she got the class of some of these other horses though?
That's the big question, but he's a thinking man's trainer, isn't he? He really does get involved, and wouldn't it be, he's done his apprenticeship under Kevin Myers, and, between the 2 Kevin Myers horses, Sean Fannin who's there, and of course they work pretty closely with Adrian Bull. Geez, that little mafia might be the where you find the New Zealand Cup winner.
Yeah, pretty intriguing race, that is for sure. It goes at 5:20 on Saturday. Let's hear from some of the key connections, starting with Jason Myers on LJ.
Like, he's probably racing better than ever. He's in better form. He's coming off the back of a listed win 2 starts ago and a nice third last start in the Metrop. But 60 kilos is tough. I don't think that would have been done before in the New Zealand Cup, and it's hard to beat history, but he's racing as good as ever.
Well, on the turn X, he looked the winner. He ran into quite nicely. Probably battled the last wee bit, but I think there's a bit of improvement in him. So I'm looking forward to Saturday. He's extremely well, and we'll definitely be giving him a little run along later in the week. But yeah, wrapped with him the way he's come through the race. Took a blood. Everything's perfect. No real excuses for Saturday. It just wasn't his day.
Yeah, super. And she hasn't taken any effect. I got on her on Sunday morning and took her for a canter around, and she was bright as a button. So we couldn't be any happier.
No, she's pretty well. A couple of her early starts, she was a little bit dour, we thought, but she's pretty well. Yeah, it's a funny old race because other than top weight, everybody's on the same weight scale. So yeah, it's just got to have all the luck in the running and just hope everything goes right.
It's really where he comes into his own, and the run in the Metrop was really well. It's probably a big improvement of what we've seen him been running like, and over more ground is ideal for him.
He showed me that he could stick. He broke really well from the gates and put himself in a prominent position. On the corner, I felt like I was going to be right in it, and he was very one pace, but just held that gallop to the line. So I'd say, he's proven at the 2 mile, and that's probably going to suit him on Saturday.
He's eating the house down. I've actually had to cut his food back a bit. He's eating more than he should be sometimes. So, yeah, he's eating really well, and his coat's magnificent. Yeah.
Well, he's sort of been a bit of a surprise horse lately. But his win 2 starts ago here at Rickon a couple of weeks ago was really well. He sort of looks like a strong stayer.
He's come through it really well. We've got the privilege of being able to take them down to a farm down the road at Brooke Mackenzie's property, and that's certainly an advantage, when you can get them out on the grass the day after they race. And yeah, so we're very happy the way they've come through the races, both horses on Saturday.
Those are some of the key connections. Let's get our selections now and head back down to Christchurch. Aidan, you're up first.
Yeah, I did mine last night, and at that point I was thinking, it's going to be a Kevin Myers Cup, so I'm going to go Just Charlie. Geez, I saw a Beavertown boy this morning. If I could change after seeing that work today, I probably would, but I'm going to stick with Just Charlie. Like what I saw from him, just like the way he's building up. He's got tactical speed, and he's got that beautiful lightweight. The 6 kilogram drop, key for mine.
Yeah, I'm with Beavertown boy. I think Kelly Myers, she's won 2 New Zealand Cups before, and it's a hard race. I've got a lot of respect for both the Kevin Myers runners though.
I'm going to stick with Mary Louise as a winner in the Wellington Cup, carrying 56, gets down to 53. Courtney Barnes gets on a bit of rain around, drawn awkwardly, but is a get-back horse as well. And if they're going to stay the 2 miles, you try and find one who's done it before, and I reckon Mary Louise Guy will be the one.
Alrighty, well the Cup goes at 5:20. The Guineas at about 2:58. You can catch both of them on Trackside Premier, but the card gets underway around 12:15. It's 11 races, and it's all through your big Saturday. Race tracker time here on The Form. Leith, we're going to come to you first. These are the ones that we like to keep track of out of previous races. Who has caught your eye?
Yeah, I'm going to take you back to on Tuesday, the first race at Te Araha. Will he do it? I realise you've got a small share in this horse. Yeah, I didn't know that. Rod, but look, he's from his outside gate. He was caught wide. He's run his last 600 in a flat 33 seconds. So Abby winning next start over 1,400 metres. Did you get a race report where he's running next?
No, we haven't yet, but obviously he's come through the race really well. He's a horse who will stay with the Clotworthies right up to the New Zealand Derby, then join Kira Maher off the back of that. So hopefully the owners who are involved with the My Rights horse team are going okay there. I'm going to take you back to last Saturday and a horse who was desperately unlucky, Texas Dolly. Man, this was a run and a half in a race that was slightly favouring those on speed. Texas Dolly got into all sorts, just couldn't get the right clear run, gets home in the quickest last 800, 600, 400, 200 in what should be a very good trial for Saturday.
I'm going to take you back to the Sunday session with Pip and Tauhura Nekia. Princess Ellie could not win from where she was in the run and where she got to back on the inside. I think there might be a really nice 2,000 metres, 2,200 metres race in this mare for Craig Oval. She really flew the last bit, just stretching out over the last 150 metres, and that won't be her last win this preparation, Guy.
No, it certainly won't be. That was a huge run. So just will he do it for Leith, Princess Ali for Bevan, and Texas Dolly for Aidan. I also had Texas Dolly in my Weight Watchers on weigh-in, so I don't know if that's good for me or bad for you, Aidan, but those are your race trackers for the form this week. There is one other black type race on the card on Saturday at Riccarton, and it is the running of the Stewards Stakes. Here's a market for that. It's headed up by Mystic Park at $4.50, with Platinum Attack there at $5. South of Houston, $6.50. Tokyo Tycoon, the other runner, in single figures. As we bring in some of the key form videos here, Bevan, Illicit Dreams from Saturday.
Found the front. That was the key to the race. I love Platinum Attack. He's a serious horse, this fellow. Put up a great preparation at the end of last season, and he just got back, and no other horse actually makes any ground in this particular race apart from him. With a little bit further even than Saturday, this horse, I'm not sure about wet track conditions. Boy, Illicit Dreams, south of Houston was good. Bit of money for that horse on the day, the Radiant one, Amber Rico, look, they're all in this particular race. Lincoln Cruise I thought disappointing, but for me, I'm quite interested around $5 Platinum Attack, because I think the horse is building to a decent sort of win and will go on with it into the summer.
Look, it was a pretty good form race. He doesn't have to improve much on this. Obviously, he's got a little bit of a soft track form as well. His closing 600 was 31.44, so look, I think that step, that 100 metres more to the 1200 is really going to suit him, and he's going to probably end up in a perfect spot from barrier 11 this week.
Yeah, the first five and running in that Pegasus, of the first five home, he was, like you say, that's a sizzling quick last 600. Actually, even is that So, who ran the second quickest sectionals, ran third last, so it was a really interesting race. Just a draw for Illicit Dreams, like barrier 17.
Barrier 17 from the inside the other day. South of Houston was really good fresh up as well. So
surely it's Houston. Like,
no,
I heard them say it on weigh-in. I didn't care. Like, I spoke to Terry Ray this morning. He said, if the Aussies get it wrong, they can get it wrong. She's calling it House of Houston. It's out of Soho. Like, it's clearly Houston. No matter what Jane says, jeez, go back to...
I wouldn't argue with Jane. I don't know about you, but I'm not.
Good point. Good point. Yeah, anyhow, let's go and have a look at Mystic Park. This hasn't been seen since the 31st of August, but still has been ticking over, kept on working. But
we know how good he is.
This morning, in this rain, they're tearing their hair out, because now 59 to carry in a Stewards on a rain-affected track.
Yeah, that's a question mark for me as well. He's definitely got the class of this field, and he's up to winning it, but on a soft track with 59, I can't have him on my ticket this week.
Really? Even the class factor about him?
No, sorry.
Oh. Bevan?
Braver man than me criticising Jane Ivel. Good luck with that. Might have to put your resignation letter in the next couple of days. Mystic Park, yeah, I think we need a bit better ground. If he does get it, he's got all sorts of class, and he can certainly win the race. Inflamed, this is on a heavy 10 back October 26. Just not sure how this lines up. Bellucci is a horse I think Peter Didham had, and he sent it down south, and it's had a pretty good sort of season. But as I come to you boys, I'm just not sure how this is going to stack up when Platinum Attack's running a lot, the 600 you've just mentioned, and this race, I just don't know if they can beat a horse like Platinum Attack if he gets any opportunity.
No, the track gets out to that sort of heavy range, but I don't think it will. Obviously, she's at some sort of rough sort of top 4 chance. She's got 53 kilos, and look, she was good last start, but that was a rating 75 race.
Yeah, a tricky barrier draw for Inflamed. I just don't think that's the A-grade form leading into this. So yeah, I think we stick either with the Pegasus or with the class of the field at the top of the book.
I'll be passing on the Houston feedback to Jane on Sunday. Don't you worry about that. But first of all, hear from some connections. First up, and Aidan asked Michael Pittman how the Stewards Stakes fits into Mystic Park's preparation.
It's been his aim for well over 12 months, really. And Sam got off him when he won on him, and we booked him straight away. But you know, we think he's good enough to follow the sprint series round.
Yeah, super. She travelled down here well after a run at Trentham. Another filly. We just want to see her on top of the ground. So and she's got good form down here. She's placed multiple times here at Riccarton down the chute, so she'll be running on strong.
She's pulled up very well. She's eating up reasonably good. We haven't ridden her yet. We've just been swimming at this stage, but she seems to go real good fresh. I'm trying to keep her as fresh as I can with a week between races, which is not normally what we do.
Yeah, look, she won the super race the other day. They were just a fraction outside the track record. She only got beaten a length, so I was very happy. She had a good blow after, so she'll take a lot of improvement. And fingers crossed, the extra 200 metres will suit her. And a little bit of rain won't scare her either, you know, but she's in good nick.
Obviously, the blinkers go on Saturday, back to the 1200, and he'll be really strong. His first up run over 1200 here was super, so if he can repeat something like that, I think he'll go very close.
Alrighty, selections please, Aidan.
Yeah, I am going to go against Leith here again. I'm going to go with the class factor of Mystic Park. I just think that he might be a special sprinter. I think he might be one of rare quality, and that being the case, then maybe he's good enough to overcome the 59 on a heavy track. Are you going with Aussie Jane's pronunciation of the Oz?
South of Houston. Look, I think she's a really good filly. I'm just worried about the soft track and the quick backup, but
actually,
I'm on Platinum
just
Attack.
on the Radiant one was really good in that,
Yeah, the Radiant one was really good. Got a lot of respect for her, but yeah, I'm on definitely on Platinum Attack this week.
I don't actually think there's much between Mystic Park and Platinum Attack myself. Platinum Attack, I think, is building to something nicely, probably get away with a little bit of cut in the track. So I'm going to go with Platinum Attack. I think the south of Houston is going nicely enough as well to be into this as well. But Platinum Attack, I loved it last start, Guy, and expecting it to go pretty close on Saturday.
I feel like that south of Houston, south of Houston thing is going to continue for many a week. Don't forget, you can get some bonus back promotions for selected races at Riccarton, Caulfield and Newcastle. Just check your TAB account when it rolls around on Saturday. One other domestic meeting on our card on Saturday, of course, and that is at Tauranga. We'll bring in Bevan Sweeney for some weather and track predictions and updates.
Not too close to Tauranga, but Meat Service says that we're going to have a decent sort of track there, Guy. Good for. There's a chance of a shower or two, but I don't think what the forecast is suggesting is going to have any major impact on that particular track condition. So looking for a good track out of Tauranga on Saturday.
And the feature there is the Gartshaw Tauranga Stakes. Pearl of Alsace heads it up at $3. Just ahead of Ladies Man at $3.10. Marley Ston, the other one, in single figures at $6. We'll bring in Bevan first and look at some key races, starting with Ladies Man, Sweens.
Well, I just was a bit surprised Ladies Man wasn't a lot shorter in this market. Valdesolo is unlucky, let's make no mistake about this, but Ladies Man is building and building. And I think Ladies Man's a great bet on Saturday coming out of this. Yes, there's an unlucky one in behind him, but he's the sort of horse with further racing, just keeps on improving. He's certainly hitting the line as strong as we saw him last season when he took out a Group 1. Look, I thought he should have been 250, Leith, and I think he's very, very hard to beat on Saturday, Ladies Man, and he's got the right preparation to be winning there.
Yeah, certainly. He's probably the only weight for age horse in the race as well. He's going to carry 59 easy. He's rated 105 and he's got a perfect gate in Gate 1 as well.
Yeah, I think you may be being a little bit unfair on Pearl of Alsace, who did chase him home in a Live Mole window for run 1 and 3. But I totally agree with you around his class. You know, he is the class factor. He's building up well, and he's got some big assignments even in front of him too. So he's going to be awfully hard to beat. We'll go and have a look at Pearl of Alsace. On top of her game, I think she's got to be a contender here. I don't know, has she been racing up to her very best?
I don't think so. Look, the best thing about her, she has been served, and sometimes those mares, when they get in foal, they can produce a career pig form, you know. So I wouldn't be surprised if she comes out and beats Ladies Man, but just on her previous form, I've just got a couple of question marks on her.
Marliston only a little bit fair here as well. What do you think there?
Yeah, look, he's on the best day. He's up to winning this race, but he hasn't won for a very long time now either.
Oh, I agree, boys. Pearl of Alsace and Marliston, on their best day, they'll be right in the mix here, but Marliston's hit and miss. You get a really good performance and then not quite so good. And I just haven't seen that real vim and vigour out of Pearl of Alsace this preparation. So it has been a slight head scratcher here as Marliston, Bellawaters and Gospodin, but Look, you just have to say that if Malistone does his best work, and I don't think he showed the turn of foot, he showed it to Rapa fresh up this preparation in this particular race. So, look, I just feel as though we're going to have Ladies Man on top, lads. I'm going to definitely have Ladies Man on top. I think the horse should be shorter. I think at weight for age, the horse is perfectly suited. You've mentioned the draw. I think the preparation, albeit has been interrupted and probably not at the race that Alan wanted to be at. In reality, I think he's just set for Saturday, and he'll probably end up paying $220 in my mind. So grab the price.
Yeah, I'm with the Ladies Man as well. Look, I talked to Alan during the week, and he's sort of half a run behind where he wants to be, but just on class, weight for age. I think he's the best horse in the race, and he'll be going very close on Saturday.
Yep, I'm the same boat. Definitely all around Ladies Man in this race, guys.
Alrighty, well, everyone is with Ladies Man there in the feature from Tauranga. And don't forget, you can get an odds surge on all races at Tauranga this Saturday. Max bet of $100. Check your TAB account when the day rolls around. Best bet time here on the Foreman. I can say this because I wasn't here last weekend, but apparently it was a pretty average effort from everyone all round. Leith, we're going to come to you first. Where are we going to this week in your mind?
Guy, I think we're going to go early at Riccarton, race 2, number 6, Sheaf. Look, first up run on the first day was massive. Ran the fastest 600, 400 and 200. This horse is, she's not very big, but 2,600 metres is really going to suit her. And, you know, if they had a market out for next year's New Zealand Cup, I'd have her on my ticket this week for sure.
Yeah, I love what she's been doing building up today, and she does handle a wet track as well. So, yeah, I'm with you there, Leith. I'm going to go to the horse earlier in the program made my tracker. So going with Texas Dolly, massive run here on Saturday, and by all accounts has worked up superbly in the middle as well. So they couldn't be any happier on what we saw last weekend. Yeah, I'm with your Weight Watcher too, Guy. I'm with Texas Dolly.
Well, after the boys got a $1.20 shot beat on Sunday, I just scratched my horse in the last, so we didn't have to go through the stress. But I'm going with our Jumala in race number 7 at Trentham. It was a tragedy beat last time there at Trentham. Sets up to 1,600 metres. Has been backed, I think, 9 to 750 early down on the 54 kilo. Should go very, very close.
Alrighty, well, here are all the best bets from the team for the week. Rozzo is getting you off nice and early on Thursday today with Romantic Rebel at Addington. Bevins with our Jamala, Leith with Sheaf, Aiden, Texas Dolly. Pip is with Texas Dolly as well at Riccarton. I'm very glad that you all mentioned Kitty Flash because I really like her for top 3. I think she's $2.80 as we record this. And always be Elvis for the Whale. You'll have to wait till Sunday for the Whale's best at Winton. That is it for the Form this week. Thank you very much, team, for all your insight and analysis. Let's hope we can get the punters some winners. We'll see you again next week. Enjoy the racing this weekend.